Okay, so here I'm gonna show you guys some of the abilities of the Surface Pro today. Mainly it's gonna focus on gaming stuff, but I figured some of these things just aren't being said, so that needs to be done. Now here, right now I have The Sims 3 going. As you can see, it's just the Surface. Now I started out with this one going because The Sims 3, with most of the expansions, takes forever to load. Now this is on about medium settings. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and zoom into the character. You get to see movement around. As you can see, it's pretty good. You can also use it with the touch screen. As you can see, it actually works pretty well with the touchscreen. You can use it with all the different things down here and stuff. Okay. So now I'm gonna try to keep this pretty quick. And next I'm gonna show you BlueStack. What that is it's a application that allows you to run mobile apps on this, things like Android applications in games and stuff like that. It's not normally something that can be run on a Windows-based computer. So, BlueStacks. I will put links for some of the programs that I use in this on the bottom. So far all I've used this for is to get coupons for Staples, and I did check one game. Now, some of the games with more intense 3D seem to miss about every other frame. If you're playing older games, it seems to work better. So as I was saying, I got this for coupons. I just used the location spoofer to tell the GPS to fool it to think that I'm inside of a Staples store, at which point you can print out a coupon. I'm trying to get a 10 off 75 coupon. So that's this. As you can see, I was searching for Infinity Blade before. Search for the game. It'll go through and it looks through a bunch of sources. Then you click on the install key, and for whatever reason the install key then shows you where you can get it from. It does check Google Play, Amazon apps, and freelance places. As you can see, if you were to go into Google Play Market, we have Google Play right here. And we can install Infinity Blade VOD. Oh, that's just a movie. But, yeah, as you can see. Alright. Next cool thing to do is TV watching. It's Saturday now, so one of the more recent shows that came out was Big Bang Theory. So we'll look up last episode of Big Bang Theory. This is the dare wall, by the way. So, as I was saying, this was the last episode that just came out. Now I prefer to watch them through Putlocker or SockShare. SockShare is already selected. If there's not one for there, try to go for Putlocker. If not, all my videos are sort of a last resort, but Putlocker and SockShare seem to stay away from viruses. So click on that. Yeah. Ignore this stuff, just cancel out of it.
Previously on the Big Bang Theory.
Now, of course, last episode of Big Bang Theory. Nice to be able to watch just any video you want to online. Okay, next up we have, we'll go with Steam. I'm going to show you Fallout New Vegas. Now, for this, The Sims is on my hard drive. The Sims takes up my entire hard drive. So I have to have SanDisk Ultra Micro SDHC. This is the second best micro SD card on the market right now. The Samsung SDXC is about 50% faster. Costs about twice as much though. I will be getting one myself later. Now, as I said, Steam is actually on here. So we'll go ahead and start this. And I'm going to turn this way while I get my password information in. Takes a second for Steam to load off of this. I do recommend springing for the extra money for the Samsung. The 50% extra boost in speed will probably make a pretty big difference. Okay, now for this I'm going to be using my PlayStation controller as well. And for that, I am going to be using the DS3 tool Motion Joy, or I suppose I should say Motion Joy DS3 tool. And then of course I have my PS3 controller and your charging cord. Take this, set this to Xbox controller emulation. Later I'm going to show you the PlayStation 1 emulation. Okay, so there's that. We go ahead and enable the controller. Vibration testing, controller's working. Okay, and as I said, Fallout New Vegas off of here. And we're using the controller. Now one thing we do want to do, since I didn't do this last time, is set the screen resolution to 1920 and 1080. If you don't do this, you'll be playing Fallout New Vegas in a little box like this, which is really irritating. So set it to the full, and then it should play full screen. Okay. You'll also notice that earlier I took a dongle out. That's unified receiver for my Logitech standard keyboard and mouse, just like you'd use on any other PC. Now this is going to be playing on medium settings, the straight medium settings. I do recommend that you actually turn it down just a little bit on a few things. With full medium settings you'll have just a little bit of lag, as you're going to see here shortly. Okay, and as you can see, I'm here trying to get a magazine from out from under that bed.
Don't waste those. Save one for when they get close.
It's actually glitched under there. As you can see, it's kind of sticking out now, but it's still stuck under the bed. Now, at any rate, pretty good graphics. It runs pretty well. As you can see, not so much lag really. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and show you PlayStation 1 game with the PlayStation 1 emulator that I have on here. Now the one thing that's really great about the PlayStation emulator is that it's not the only emulator you can get. You can get everything from the original Nintendo emulator through PlayStation 2, and they're even starting to get Xbox 360 games up there. So for this, I'm going to want my controller set to PlayStation 1. Go ahead and enable. Once again, this is on my SD card. So come in here. And I'm using ps1 as my emulator. Okay, now I have to load the ROM for the disc. And this is going to be Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm not actually going to play it, but I will go through a little bit to show you it working with the controller. Now, as you can see, this is my first example of a game that doesn't play full screen. This plays in its native pixels, and so far the Surface doesn't do a good job of rendering that. So as you can see, the edge of the screen is here. The rest of it's just black. It's kinda sucks. And now the controller's not working. Oh well, controller stopped working. I was going to go to the open screen, but at any rate, with the site that I'm going to give you down at the bottom, it'll show you how to get pretty much any game that you want. Now the one problem with this is the only way to exit out of it is to go into Task Manager and close the PS3 or PSXE thing. So last I want to show you Deus Ex, and for this one I have my custom Okay, once again that's off of my SD card. And Deus Ex Game of the Year. Okay, as you can see, I actually had to uninstall it from my other SD card because that SD card died. I'm now working with a, dang it, fresh install. And I gotta set everything up. And once again, as with pretty much every older game right now, plays in a small little thing that's irritating as crap. So apparently the controller's not wanting to work on switching real quickly. We'll just do this for now. And as you can see,
I figured you'd be sick of drills by now.
not so bad. Your eyes do actually adjust a little bit to it being smaller, but that doesn't make it okay. At any rate, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you understand what a Surface can and can't do. Thank you. Bye.